Hey, creative souls, writers, word witches, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you've tuned in. And Happy New Year, a little bit late. I will explain in a future video why this video took so long to get to you. And it's a topic that I think a lot of you can maybe relate to. So more about that in an upcoming video. But regardless, Happy New Year, late in January, but it is still the new year. You know how I like to talk about celebrating our successes, no matter how small they can seem to ourselves or to other people? Well, I want to tell you about a milestone that I reached on this channel at the end of 2024. And if you haven't done this already, I hope you will take a moment to think about your accomplishments for the entire year last year. It's easy for us to go day to day and get caught up in the whirl of life and not really stop and take note of the things that we have accomplished. And there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from doing that. And we also get that bathing of our brain in dopamine that I talk about when we accomplish things. And that's what keeps us moving forward. So if you haven't already, stop, take a break, and really think about everything you did last year, everything big and small as you define that. And the reason I'm so, in some ways, I guess, fixated on this idea of recognizing our accomplishments, even if we consider them small, is that hit of dopamine we get. Because what it does is it, like I said, bathes our brains in dopamine. And it's really this cascade of neural activity that give us these feelings of pleasure and reward. And then the reason I really believe in celebrating those and treating ourselves in some way is because then we get this kind of double hit of dopamine. And so it just creates this really nice circular synchronistic loop within us, and it keeps us moving forward and it keeps us happy. And there's plenty in the world to make us not happy, right? So I think every trick we can use to enhance our writing practice and our own personal lives, why not? So back to the goal that I reached. Are you ready? I had a goal by the end of December 2024 to reach 200 subscribers. And I made it, and I even surpassed that by a little bit. So first, thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. Every time I check my channel and see a new name, it truly brightens my day. So I want you to know how much your presence here means to me. And I really, truly cannot wait to keep showing up for you this year and providing you with even more inspiring and supportive content. So I'm not blind to the fact that reaching this goal was in a lot of ways out of my control, because all I can do is keep showing up and posting consistently and responding to your comments when you make them. And oh yeah, by the way, please do comment. Leave me comments. I love to get them and I love to respond to you. I like feeling like I'm connected to all of you who have subscribed to my channel or who just watch my videos. So why am I so excited about a number that many would consider quite low, especially when we look at other channels? Because first of all, I don't compare myself to the accomplishments of others. And over 200 shows growth throughout last year. I remember the year before, on winter solstice 2023, telling my kids I had 53 subscribers. And my goal for 2025 is to grow even more. And I know there are ways to pay people to get more subscribers. And if I experience faster growth in 2025, I'm not going to be upset by that for sure. But I love the idea of organic growth. So why am I telling you this? Because I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, and the pit of my soul, want you to do the same thing in your writing life. I want you to celebrate yourself and what you accomplish, whether it's getting 2 pages written a week, whether it's getting your novel finished this year, whether it's creating a solid writing practice that serves you. All of those things and more are worth celebrating. Okay, so what if you didn't finish your novel in 2024 the way you had planned or hoped, but you got 3 more chapters written? That's a reason to celebrate. Why? Because it's progress, and you and only you did that. Maybe you didn't find an agent in 2024, but you submitted your novel to 5, 10, or 15 agents. That's a reason to celebrate. And why is that? Because you did that, and it shows effort. It shows intention. Not meeting every single goal or intention we set within a given period of time does not equal failure. We are not and cannot be in complete control of everything in life, no matter what all the neo-spiritual manifesting gurus tell us. There are so many other factors at play than simply our desiring something deeply enough or hard enough to make it happen, and even taking the steps to make it happen. So fuck all that. If you can put one foot in front of the other and maintain your focus the best you can, and not by anyone else's definition of your best, I'm your cheerleader. We live in a world that's so high stress and so fast moving. It's a wonder that any of us can create anything at all. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for more writing tips, inspiration, and pep talks. Because I do believe I'm on this earth to heal the world through stories, whether it's the ones I write and tell or the ones that I help you write and tell. And I believe in you. Here are a few other things that I accomplished in 2024 in addition to hitting 200 subscribers here on YouTube. I created and started my Alchemy of Writing membership group. I finished my Alchemy of Writing course. I formed and started a mastermind group with other women entrepreneurs. I said no to something that really matters to me to make more room for my own writing, and so that I can move and live in a place that is more aligned with my sensibilities. And of course, it's also important to keep setting new intentions and creating new goals, because that's what keeps us moving forward. It keeps the flow going, the flow of life and the flow in your writing. In addition to sharing what you accomplished in the comments, and I truly would love to hear, I'd also love to know what you want to accomplish this year in 2025. And remember, these are not etched in stone anywhere. They're malleable, they shift and change, because that's how life is, and that's how energy works. Here are a few of my immediate and future goals for this year. I intend to read 20 books. The pandemic really wrecked my reading game. I used to be a voracious reader. And then to cope with all the turmoil of the pandemic, I became screen addicted like so many people. And so I'm really working on that. And here now it's the end of January, and I just finished my second book. So far, so good. Another item on my list was to finish the Alchemy of Writing webinar and get it posted and available. And that's done already as well. And I'll put a link to that in the description so you can access it if you're interested. I intend to grow my Alchemy of Writing community. And I'm in the process of thinking about numbers, because I have found for myself, and I think this is true for all of us, when we put something in a numeric form, if we can, it helps us conceptualize how to get there. And so I'm in the process of figuring out how many more people I would like in the community by the end of Q1, how many I would like by the end of Q2, and so on. I also intend to grow my YouTube channel, also in the process of sorting out those numbers. I intend to finish the revision of my nonfiction book about my writing through the body method and submit the proposals to publishers and re-record the course that supports it. So that will be available sometime this year. It'll be at least 6 months, perhaps 9 months. But that's one of my goals for the year. And last but not least, and this may be the one I'm most excited about, I've decided to independently publish my novel, Miranda's Garden. And I'll say more about that in an upcoming video where I talk about different publishing avenues. So please, lovely writer, let me know in the comments what you accomplished last year and what you want to accomplish this year. I truly would love to know. I love hearing about other people's writing wishes and dreams, and I want to do what I can to support you in making them real. So thank you for watching. As always, I send you mad writing mojo. Happy writing!